Good morning. Good morning, excuse me. This is Dr. Brenda Shoshana Eschen back with another little talk on simple solutions in a complex world. And I wish you a beautiful, beautiful Memorial Day weekend. It's a actually very important concept, a very important weekend, Memorial Day, remembering, giving thanks, honoring. Yes, we're honoring our veterans for sure. And it's also a day to honor everyone. It doesn't take anything away from the veterans, of course, because we're dedicating to the memory of sacrifice and service. And that's very, very beautiful. And how, when we have these big holidays, I always think how wonderful to just take it as a reminder. And it's something to do all year long, every day to remember what, and we do. The mind keeps remembering. But it brings up, unfortunately, all the negative stuff usually when we remember. Oh, this didn't happen the way I wanted it to. That didn't happen the way I wanted it to. And unfortunately, so many memories are filled with disappointment, upset, unfinished. A memory will keep coming because it's not finished. we have something we have to complete. We don't keeps repeating these different memories. That's different from a day that we dedicate. We're remembering you, we're thanking you, you're not forgotten. Your attainment in life, your presence in this world is not for naught. That's what this memorial means. You're here, and we remember, and we honor the gifts you brought to us. And it's very, very important to do that both for the one who is being honored and for ourselves, because so many things we feel just going to slip away. It happened, it's going to slip away, it has no meaning, it's just drifting through our lives. And yes, much of life, many events seem to drift through. They come, they go, something else comes. But each one, when really, really experienced, comes with a great, great gift for us, a teaching, an encounter, a moment of meaning. And it's up to us to be available to that, to see it, to be quiet enough, to be open enough to receive what each event or person is coming to give, to show. Some of these events and people, they may seem very difficult, very painful, very distressing. And the mind, when it remembers, seems to only want to remember that. The mind likes to remember the negativity, the conflict, the upset. So I have a little suggestion. Instead of remembering, even about maybe somebody who's passed away in your life or who has left your life, and it keeps haunting us, this memory of what wasn't right. Why don't we try to remember what was right, what worked, what was beautiful, what they gave us in the encounter, rather than what they took away from us or the way they disappointed us? It's just a small turn. Remember what did work. Remember what was meaningful about them, about you. The mind is not really tuned that way, so it might seem very jarring and very hard to do. We have to establish, it's not a habit, but a new way of looking at things. Actually, when we can establish a new way of looking at things, things themselves will change because we'll be looking at them differently and we'll be seeing different things about them. And then we will change because we won't see only the difficulty. We'll be happier. We'll see what was good, what was beautiful, what was meaningful, how we grew, what we received. In one way or another, this point keeps coming up in different forms. And that's good because it's so vital. And it's so hard to actualize it, to really live it, because it's not the way we're trained or conditioned to live. And it's not the way the world normally functions. It looks for the horror, it's like a horror movie. We kind of enjoy horror movies or big dramas. We become captivated. Who's right? Who's wrong? Who's good? Who's bad? Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? That's what we are drawn to in movies and films and theater and in our life experience. Sooner or later, it doesn't get anywhere. It keeps repeating the same thing over and over, and there's no answers that are satisfying. Someone once said you can never get enough revenge, and that's true. It's just true. It's never satisfying ultimately. Justice is one thing, revenge is another. So we do have the ability to choose to see things differently. It's an incredible choice to make rather than to manipulate how things turn out and to remember all the negative stuff as a protection. We remember it as a form of protection, hoping that it won't happen again. You think if I remember it, then I'll be on guard and it won't happen again. And strangely enough, the opposite is true. The more we dwell on it and remember it that way, it does happen again because that's what's on our mind. So when we turn the page, which is a nice way to put it, make this Memorial Day a day to turn the page. Let's look at everything differently. It's up to us. We can try it for a week or a month or a year. You can try it and see. Let's look at it differently. Let's take responsibility for how we see things. What are you looking for in a relationship and an encounter? Well, most people will say happiness, love, friendship, honesty. And you will find that if you don't dwell on what's not working, what's negative, what's disappointing, and the fear that causes us to really protect ourselves, defend ourselves from seeing anything else then. You know, when we see things differently, we can remember with love and with gratitude. And then we don't experience as much loss either. Talking about our own lives and people who we've lost. When we remember what was good and don't dwell on what was so awful. You know, a lot of therapy is based on what was so awful. Unfortunate. Mistaken emphasis, in my opinion. Takes you down into the same dark alley again and again. So let's try something new on this Memorial Day weekend. And you're remembering all the memories that come, not just the veterans, although great thanks to those who risked their lives for us, sacrificed so much. And wouldn't it be wonderful to take the next step and remember also those in your life with honor, with gratitude. Don't buy into the victim mentality. I'm a victim of this one, I'm a victim of that one. My childhood was awful. They did this wrong, they did that wrong. Just for a week or a month or a year or forever, don't buy into that. And just watch and see how everything changes. How much is dependent upon the way you see things. Choose to see everything differently. Thank you, thank you, thank you for listening. It's always very, very beautiful to be with you, even though people say, well, you don't know who you're with. You don't, but I do know. I feel you. It's just not about what we see, it's what we feel, it's what surrounds us. So thank you again for being here, for your wonderful comments. I really appreciate them. I appreciate having you, and have a beautiful, beautiful day and weekend. Okay. See you next week.